yeah, little mishap. Every one of them broke off. It's really tiny wires, so whenever we did it, I wanted to solder them, and I almost think the solder made it break. So I'm not soldering them this time. Hopefully it works out. I made this bar that comes back into here out of TIG wire to support, so no stress goes on these. So I don't know what happened. I just know I got out of the car and that was laying on the ground. Or this was laying on the ground like that. This was still plugged in, so.
You want to go over testing at KD this week and what adjustments you made? Because it kept going to the left.
Yeah. Went to KD to test, naturally. We all know I need it. But the car went left again, and every time I'd leave, it went left. And I know Bill, the first time he was backing me up, well, every time he backed me up, he said it's not backing up straight, it's backing up funny. So ended up making some adjustments there at Magnolia and didn't get to test it out. Did at KD, it still went left. So we kind of nixed what I did there and went ahead and made a lower control arm adjustment. Put some, I guess, rear steer in it, which I'm not sure if it's rear steer or it's just lining things, getting it straight, but it's going a lot straighter now. We had it to where it was going just a tad left. It was doing straight burnouts and like it was completely drivable, except for the front end wouldn't stay down. But I went ahead and did a little bit more to try to make it so that it hopefully just goes straight as can be. So yeah, did that. Having wheelie issues, so probably gonna think about putting some weight on the front of the car. We'll see where we draw first round, and go from there.
750 index class, baby.
The match, yeah, not the race. Yeah, ain't a whole lot I can do with the front wheels in the air, so
Yeah.
we gave it a shot. I honestly didn't think, like I thought I had taken enough out of it that wasn't going to wheelie.
Oh, I see him move, man.
All small block Ford up in there, baby. they say spinning ain't winning when neither is doing wheelies.
I spent 120 or 120 at this fucking place tonight.
Hey, sometimes it don't you go spending all that at once.
Did you guys get in it?
No,
See if you
didn't take
fuckers
my
would have
fucking money.
if you
You'd
fuckers
have
would have got in it,
50-50.
if you guys would have got in it, we could have got more money.
We'd have won some more, damn.
I like that attitude. That's all right.
All right.
I lost like
50-50 raffle winners.
I don't know if it was me or Mike.
We were winners.
We
We're-
together are winners.
I heard a bald guy say an inch or a mile, you know, I think in a movie one time. He said he lost by 3 numbers. He said I heard a bald guy in a movie once say it didn't matter if it was an inch or a mile, you lost your ride, you know.
There you go. Yep.
on 3 more tickets.
Sadness at Midnight Madness. Are we on?
Uh-huh.
All right, so Midnight Madness, round 1. They are now drawing chips for us. I didn't remember that so much, but so now they draw the chips. We're at the drivers' meeting, and they draw all the chips, yada yada yada, and I get, who did I get?
Ryan McCoy.
McCoy. I knew it was Ryan. So I get Ryan McCoy. I know him. I've seen the car. I know the car's capable of being fast. I'm not 100% sure what the car is, but also know he hasn't been there ever. So I felt like I got, honestly, the best first round draw I could get, especially not being 100% sure of my car. We had tested, and I did make 2 straight passes, so I felt pretty good about that. I made a quick decision before the round to change my upper control arm locations. I dropped the front 1 hole. To make it separate more. I don't know. I didn't know exactly what it did or whatever. Tyler and I was talking, and he was explaining some stuff. So I was like, what? I'll just try it, see what it does. We go up, do the burnout, do everything, and Connor turns the light on, and I let go of the button, and the car leaves good and to the left. So it wheelies, pulls a wheelie, and it's wheeling to the left, going towards the other lanes. I have to let out of the gas. Again, it goes left. Still don't know why. I let off, got back on it, let off, got back on it, let off, got back on it, and it was just a hell of a pass, really. I think I drove it a little more than I should have, a little more than I said I was going to do, but it never felt out of control. It felt, even though it was going side to side to side to side all the way down, it felt stable, if that makes sense.
Isn't part of it just that lane too?
Not what I was going through there. Yeah, the lane's rough. There's a lot of bumps and transitions and whoop-de-doos and all that. But I felt like in the other car, I would have lost that. Like, I would have wrecked. As much as it was sideways and going back and forth. And this car, it didn't. It was stable-ish. So I'm trying to chase Ryan down. He, at this point, has passed me. And it's a turbo car, so trying to chase down a turbo car is really, really hard with a nitrous car. And we were making up some ground on him. Like I said, he had never been there before. He later told me that he did have a real conservative tune in it.
Pulled the parachute?
Pulled the parachute just to straighten the car out and make sure I stopped and all that good stuff. It stopped, it hit, I could feel it, I know it worked, I knew it was out, and the car stopped a hell of a lot faster. So, with that, I didn't know how to pack the parachute whenever we got back down. So that was a fiasco in itself, especially with a lot of cars trying to get up, and I've got the parachute stretched all the way across the staging lanes, or yeah, the lane to get to the staging lanes. But I did get it packed. Congratulations to Ryan and his first pass at KD. He went A to B. It was like a beautiful looking pass from what I saw, and I could see a good bit of it from where I was at. So good job on that. We did figure out, well, I never figured out what made it go left. But I did get some passes, and I made 4 passes, and the car went straight. So I still don't know what caused it. I did make a few changes with shock settings and some other things, but it really, as drastic as it wheelied and went left, I didn't make enough changes for that. So all I do know is whenever I made the other passes, it did have wheel speed. It had wheel speed on that one, but it was still biting really hard. So honestly, until we make some more passes somewhere, I'm not really going to know if it's going to go left consistently. If it tries to bite hard or dead hook, until that happens, we've got so many pass attempts with it going left, and then a few of them going straight. But the 4 I made, it wasn't back to back, but I made 4 passes and they were all straight. So I don't know. Time will tell. At the end of those passes, it was laying over, breaking up, or something at the top end. So we're working on figuring that out too. All in all, I learned some things, and I consider that a success. I wasn't happy. Once again, going out first round to a wheelie and it going left. But yeah, I'm learning the car. I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable in the car. I'm kind of getting the feel of how it acts. But it's going to take a lot more passes. I mean, I'm not going to try and blow smoke in nobody's ass. I still got some nerves when I let go of the button. Whenever I'm up there, there's still a lot about it that I don't know. So as far as to put it on any edges and really, really, really try to drive the car when it's on the verge, I don't see myself doing it in any event anytime soon. So I would rather throw the money away, lose the race, and not have to rebuild another car to go to the next race. But I feel like once I do learn the car, we will be able to drive this one beyond what we was able to drive the other one.
Do you feel like this one's a lot safer?
100%. I didn't think the other one would keep me alive through the wreck that I had. Like, I didn't think it was safe enough to keep me alive, and it did. So this one's a lot safer. At least I feel like it is. I mean, honestly, something could happen. Anything can happen. There was a lot of luck and angels on my side in the last one, with everything that happened and what I know happened now. Like my head going out and hitting the ground as it's rolling. That's not. That's luck and God.
And those of you that are new to our channel that don't know the accident, it was a mechanical failure. It was nothing else.
Nobody did anything wrong. It wasn't like something happened with anybody in the crew doing something. It wasn't. It was a mechanical failure.
You won that pass.
Yeah, I won it. I
went
rode a
straight.
wheelie. I rode a wheelie straight for I don't
Imagine
even know
that.
how far. But yeah, it wasn't anything that anybody did. It was a mechanical failure, and it's not an item that gets checked. I would recommend people checking that now that this has happened to me, and also addressing it. I believe there's some things out there with the brake pedal push rods on Mustangs that are, I guess, now that I know this has happened, I know they're prone to breaking or having issues, but I guess there's a sleeve you can get for it to, if it does break, it keeps it in line with each other so that you can apply the brake. So, yeah, nothing, it is what it is, and that's why I was a lot more at ease with going back to the track. I was still nervous as shit, but it wasn't anything that I did. It wasn't anything that anybody around in the pits. It was nothing. It wasn't the track. It was nothing like that. My brake pedal push rod broke that goes from the brake pedal to the master cylinder. It broke and fell down, and I had no brakes. That's what happened. So I drove straight off the end of the track into a whole bunch of shit, and tumbled and flopped and beat and banged, but I did live, and we did build another car.
Yeah, thanks to everybody's help. And this
100%.
one, once we get it ironed out, is going to be quite the contender, I think.
Yeah, it should be. It should do real well. And naturally, it's a small block nitrous car, so there's some places it doesn't belong. Just flat out, it don't belong sitting next to some of these all aluminum tube chassis big block twin turbo cars. But in a lot of cases, we'll set it there. It depends on the race.
And I think some people might think that you're struggling with the car, but you're really not kind of struggling. You're learning the adjustments to it.
It's these struggles I think a lot of people go through with new cars, especially when they're built from nothing, just a shell. Now there are crews out there that don't have as much of these problems because they know what the hell they're doing, and they know what this adjustment's going to do and what this adjustment's going to do, is whereas I'm seeing what they do and trying them. But yeah, it'll come around. It's just going to take some time.
And we're only a month in of racing the car.
Some people it takes longer than what it will take us, and others that it won't. Like they would have it already. I'm going to try and have fun with it and go with it. Hopefully learn a lot for the next one, and it not take as long or be as rough. But it's just new car stuff. I went through it with the other one, and it was a roller. Not near as bad. Like that car worked really good right out of the gate,
But later on in the few years, you did go through quite a few pistons.
Oh yeah, that was my stupidity.
Yeah.
Some things I just doesn't register in my head. I can't fathom it, but yeah, and that was a lack of testing too. Like, we come home in the winter, throw some pistons in it, go back out the next weekend and burn them up.
We don't do that now.
Nope. I leave a lot of power on the table just to not put it on an edge. So.
Anything else you want to add?
Thanks to everybody that's supported, everybody that's put in on the car, in any way, shape, or form. There's no way this car would have been done as fast as what it was. Like we're still struggling to get the things we need, but there's no way it would be done. There's no way I'd be racing right now. There's no way it would have the parts on it that it has if it wasn't for all of you guys that has put in and supported us and watched the videos and buy merchandise and get in on the waffles. I mean, there's just no way that this would be here right now. So for that, I greatly thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
And I want to add to that because I know I should go back and look because I done forgot his
I'm
name.
going to cut you off in a minute. There's a long list of people to thank, and I cannot stand here and name all of them.
No.
So go ahead.
But the gentleman at Mags that I spoke with about his daughter that is no longer with us with autism, Angie Pritchard that was at KD, she's battling breast cancer. Her husband built her a car. They're out racing. They're enjoying.
Yeah, that was her wish.
Yep, and she's out. Awesome. She was over in our pits selling shirts for us. She brought so much joy to our time at KD these past couple weeks. And also Mike, and I can't say his last name because I probably butcher it, but he drove all the way from Pennsylvania. He had come to Mags, and he was also at KD. He showed up early. He actually helped us get our pit ready before the rest of the crew got there. He's helped with the car
both times at Mags. And we changed the struts. He helped change the struts on the car at Mags.
Yes.
And then helped with the bars and getting set up. Yeah.
Yeah. So absolutely, those things have value too. And even the stories that everybody shares with us, we appreciate those. So please keep doing that. And I know there were 2 older gentlemen that had showed up later on in the night in KD. And I know not everybody can get there early so they can talk to the racers and things like that. CJ had been going. He was probably a little tired, so you might not have felt like you got all the time with him that you needed. So please, I always tell you, if he's busy or if you don't feel like you got the time that you need when you were there looking at the car, please come back.
And I mean, look at the car. It's like we built it. It's all on camera for the most. There's a lot of it that didn't get put on camera, but the car is there to look at. If you want to look at it, look at it. I'm not. No, I am. See, I don't try to be an asshole, but if I've got something on my head and I'm doing something and I don't notice you or something like that, and you want to talk, or if I just look at you kind of dumb, it's just I'm going through stuff in my head. Don't take it offensive. Don't get mad. Come back or interrupt me or something like that.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not. Not that I don't want to talk to anybody. It's just I'd be trying to get something done. Otherwise, I'll talk and bullshit and pal around and all that. I try to be easy to get along with. Some say I'm not. That right, Jessica?
You're getting better with age.
But yeah, we're gonna keep pushing on, and hopefully this thing comes around sooner than later. I said we made those passes, and I don't know what happened, so I don't know why one pass it went left real bad, and then for 4 after that it went straight. Other than maybe it was something with the surface.
But every time out we're learning. I think if we could get the test passes to reflect during the race.
Yeah. I did go into KD with it going straight those 2 times with a small amount of confidence. Whenever I let off the button, it was going to go straight. And I think that's kind of why I took it so far to the left, because I was expecting it to go straight, and it didn't. So, and the wheelie, I'm not afraid to ride the wheelie out, but it took me a second to realize where I was at on the track and that I was going left a good bit. So.
Okay, and we just want to announce that we have posted online that we will be doing the YouTube live questions and answers on Monday the 26th at 8 p.m. Ohio time. So
whatever that is in your area.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
So if you have questions about us or the car that you don't feel like you got answered, or something else that's popped in your head and you want to know, we'll do our best to answer it. However,
I'm going to add to this whenever you're done.
However, to keep from repeat questions, if there's a question we already answered, I'm going to ask you to please go back and watch the video, because we could answer the same question 50,000 times, and we don't want to do that to everybody. So
keep the questions real. Like, honestly, if it's something that you wouldn't want to be asked to you or to answer, don't ask it. And a lot of that goes towards ET mile per hour. Like, we don't really talk about that, so don't try and drill in asking what the car runs. Right now I'm more apt to say something and share it because the car is slower, but I guess it drives a lot of us crazy when people keep beating on what's it run, what's it run, what's it run. So
that's the trick of a trade.
I'm either going to say it's fast or it's slow. Right now it's slow.
Anything else? Okay. Other than that, I think the questions will kind of be opened.
Yeah, write your questions down.
Yeah, get them ready.
And I'll try to answer them the best I can.
Yeah.
And if I don't know it, I'll make something up. How's that?
And they're trying to get us to fight.
Now, you don't have to try to do that. We do that.
So we're off the next weekend for some family stuff.
Yep.
So we will be back at it after that.